just most people I know that are successful had a hard life, a shitty life. They were poor, whatever it is, abused, whatever you want to call it. They had a shitty life when they were a kid and they became an adult and they used that. The small percentage that use that as like, turn that into a superpower instead of like a weakness, turned in and became successful. So now when those people have kids, are those people's kids going to have an easy life or a hard life?
Easy.
Pretty easy life. So now those kids
are going to be spoiled brats.
And they're not going to have...
And then they're going to give their kids a bad life.
So they're not going to have the same strengths that their parents got, because their parents got their strength and their discipline and their toughness from having a shitty childhood, but they don't want to give their kids a shitty childhood, so they're giving the kids a good life because now they're successful, making money, living in nice neighborhoods, whatever else. So what should they do? What should those parents do?
They should give...
So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about...
Welcome to a new episode of Breaking the Cycle podcast. Whoop whoop! In today's episode, we're going to be talking about why it's important for kids to do hard things. Hard stuff.
Hard what?
Stuff.
I thought you said hard shh. Why is it important for kids to do hard stuff? I like it. So basically, why is it important for kids to suffer? To be
dun.
To be tortured.
Challenged.
To be tortured.
Let's stick to challenge.
Suffer, challenged, tortured. All the above.
Toughened.
So let's hop right into it. So why is it important for kids, specifically kids? Do you think it's important for adults too?
Of course,
yeah.
But we're talking about specifically for kids. Why is it important for kids?
It's very important for kids. It's also very important for adults, but it's mostly more important for kids so that if they become disciplined and if they do hard things when they're younger, it's easier for them to do it when they're older.
Also, before we get started, I was just about to say, who wants to start a joke?
Hey,
and I'm already prepared. I already got my joke ready.
I do too.
Who did the last one last time? We only did one that last episode.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever you.
Who's got one?
All right.
Let's go. Let's hear it. Let's go.
All right. I don't know which one to say. All right. What is always in front of you but can't be seen?
We never did this before?
No, sirree.
What? Say it again. No, say it again because you're very unclear. You weren't even near the microphone. You're like over here and what was it?
What is always in front of you but can't be seen?
Time.
This is not figure outable.
Time.
Close.
Schedule. Future.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's why are you giving me
What do you mean, oops? That is,
How are you giving me? I got it immediately and you're giving me the button like I got it wrong? That's a 1.5 pointer.
Wait, if she does it on accident, then it's plus.
She gets the going for her.
Wait, should we do if she does it on accident, you get another half a point?
No, that's dumb. So that's a 1.5 pointer. I got that one immediately. So
after 1 second.
1.5 out of 2.9 after 1 second because time and future, like it was there. I had it.
Okay.
I had it. All right. So why is it important for kids to do hard stuff? Why is it important for hard kids? So what's Mitch? Kick us off. Why do you think it's important for kids to do hard stuff?
One of the main reasons kids should do hard stuff is so they have good self-esteem that is not just fake or just made up by adults and their teachers.
Whoa. What do you mean made up about adults and teachers?
Yeah.
What about parents? I think parents too. Think parents make up?
Yes, parents definitely.
They make up self-esteem for kids?
Especially when they're like babies.
How? How do they do it?
So basically, it's like... So, for teachers, let's say teachers, you're doing a test in school, a math test, and at the end, the teacher shows your grades to the rest of the class. And Mr. Jimmy, It's an example type.
Oh, it's an example. Oh.
And Mr. Jimmy, the teacher showing the rest of the class Jimmy's math test, he gets one question correct, and that's 2 plus 2, and the rest of it's like division, and he gets it all wrong. So he gets 2 plus 2 right. She's like, "Oh my gosh, Jimmy, you did so great."
So basically, they're getting credited.
When I was a
for
kid,
things.
the teacher would be
They're
like,
getting-
Jimmy, you're a dumbass. When I was a kid, that's what they would have told him.
And they also baby kids in school. They're making them soft. Like
They credit them for failure.
when we used to run in the morning in school, we used to run for at least 10 minutes every morning. And like it should have been like, if you're not running, then something.
But I thought you said you would run for 10 minutes in the morning.
Some kids just wouldn't decide to run. They just chat.
But I
talk
thought
and
you said
chat.
you're running. Wouldn't the teacher say, okay, we're running for 10 minutes, or is it optional?
It was. They said that we're going to be running for 10 minutes in the morning, but they never enforced it.
Would the kids run or not?
No, they would not run.
So they'd be walking, so it was optional.
Yes, but some of my friends would
What
run.
about you?
Oh, I ran the entire time, every single time. And it's something to like look forward to in the morning.
And so they would only run it. I was just about to say, wow, that sounds awesome. They would have the kids run. They'd make the kids run 10 minutes every morning. I think that's awesome that they did that. But it's not that awesome if they just let them just walk and do nothing. So would you walk and do nothing?
No, I ran. I just said I ran every single time, the entire time.
The entire time? How many kids did that? How many kids ran the entire time, every time?
None. But some
Some ran the entire thing sometimes.
Two or three of my friends were the only ones who sometimes ran the entire time.
Sometimes. So not one other kid ran the entire thing every time?
I also have a story for fake self-esteem. I actually do. So
But
Wait, we got to stay on this topic for a little bit.
well, but this is the same topic, fake self-esteem, like telling them, "Oh, good job," and whatever else.
I never got like a compliment or anything, because they will only give out compliments to the people that are on the same level.
What do you mean?
Like they will not give out compliments to people who
Are doing
better.
better. Because
People who are better.
that will make the normal, average, mediocre kids feel bad about themselves.
That is so
or-
horrible. That's
or they
it's
will-
horrible to say it, but it's just pathetic. That's actually how they do it. Like,
Or they'll either criticize about it, or they'll just say nothing. Either one of those. If you're like a
so
higher-
with not that you need to run every time.
yeah.
I mean, not that you need credit for running every time. You're doing it for yourself, really. You're doing it just to get in better shape because that's what you're supposed to be doing, and you want to work hard and you want to be better than everyone around you because you're competitive. But so no teacher ever commented, not even complimented, just commented or said anything on the fact that you're running
Once or twice.
every single time, the entire time, like probably hard and full speed and like pushing
Yeah,
yourself.
I got over a mile at least every single time.
And he told me once that one of his friends said that he was using cheats, like in a video
Yeah,
game.
there's this one kid that just said, "You're hacking, you're cheating." Like it was so funny. I would laugh so hard. Sometimes.
How in his mind were you cheating on running laps? Like cutting the
How were you hacking?
I don't
cutting
really,
across the field when no one's looking or something? Or how are you how do you hack
kids would do that.
a race?
Just or it was a very big. Some kids, it was a very big competition for the first 30 seconds of the race.
30 seconds. They got 30 seconds of thunder, and after that it's pure Quitville.
So like the fourth or fifth time we were running, there was this one kid in particular that just completely hated me, and he
Hater.
the hater. That was his nickname. Every time I'd get about 10 feet behind him, he'd look behind him and just sprint ahead, even though I'd get so many more laps than him. Like people just don't like if you're better than them. They'll purposely find ways.
So the hater, they would hate on you for actually running. And they probably would call you a brown nose, or like you're just trying to show off or be a little kiss
Or
ass.
I'm using hacks.
a kiss ass or cheating or using hacks or
You're
something.
using cheats.
because you're running in gym class or
know.
whatever it is, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
PE, phys ed, physical education.
In gym class, you're actually running or trying to win. You're getting hated on. Like, holy crap. Do you know when I was a kid, I played Little League 3 years only. 5th grade, 6th grade, and 7th grade. 5th grade, I was the best of my team. 6th grade, I was the worst on my team. No, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Sorry. 4th grade, I was the best of my team. 5th grade, I was the worst on my team. 6th grade, I was the best of my team. That middle year, when I was the worst on the team, we won 1 game and lost like 15 or 16 games. We were 1-16. Horrible record. Worst team in the entire Little League. You know what happened at the end of the year? We got a trophy. Every kid on the team got a trophy. We got a trophy.
Let me guess. Participation.
Exactly. Like, we did not deserve a trophy. We sucked.
Where is that trophy?
I have no idea. I probably smashed it with a spiked baseball bat or something.
Oh God.
I actually had the same thing happen to me. So one time I went to a horseback riding competition once, and before we even started the competition, they gave me a participation award.
Before you started it. What'd they tell you?
They didn't even know if I was doing it for sure.
Like a ribbon or something?
No, it was like a bronze medal.
An actual trophy?
Like this big.
Before you even did it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Wait, I thought you got it for like winning or something because you got like 3rd place.
Yeah, I got 3rd place. I got a ribbon for that, and then I got.
So you got the trophy before you did it, and then you got a ribbon for getting 3rd place.
And then I got another ribbon for. I got the special ribbon because I was about to fall off the horse and I didn't.
I know.
I was about to fall off the horse and I didn't, so I got the special award.
So they just give out trophies and high fives and that boys for
Actually, when I was in soccer 5 years ago, I remember we were in school, and the school like called us. Me and my friend, we were in the same class, and we were both in soccer, and they called us for a trophy. I don't know what it was for. They just said that there's something for you at like the front desk, and it was just a trophy. It didn't say we won or no participation or anything like that.
I think I hit the.
Yeah.
I think I hit the special effects button. Is your chance.
To do what? To do what?
Never mind. You lost your chance. Lost your chance. I hit the button on accident. So, all right. So for self-esteem, so you said so they don't have fake self-esteem or made up by their parents, teachers, adults, and whatever. So that's why they should be. Why? Because suffering will give them. How will suffering give them self-esteem?
Because they learn to do things independently. They learn to basically they learn to believe in themselves. Technically,
how though? What do you mean? Why would they learn to believe in themselves just from doing hard stuff?
If they do hard things and they accomplish those hard things, then they're like, hey, I can do this, and that makes them believe in themselves. And when you believe in yourself, it gives you good self-esteem. But technically, when the teachers or parents or adults give kids fake self-esteem, then it's really not self-esteem because they gave it to you.
But shouldn't I know what's really hard is when you're in the middle of a sentence and someone just keeps doing this to grab a microphone and then they knock it over. That'd be very hard. And then when they broke it, it'd be hard for them running for their life.
Oh God.
What do you think, either one of you, about...
Let's just keep it in the middle. How about that?
What do you...
You said that while moving.
Because it wasn't in the middle. So what do you think about... All right, so should parents then never say this stuff? Or teachers never say this stuff?
They should only say it if you do something good.
They should only say it if you're doing something above average, not average.
What about the average kids then? How will they ever get
encouraging them,
motivated or boosted up if little Billy or Jimmy or whoever the hell the kid was got his 2 plus 2, Mr. Jimmy? How will he ever dig out of that I suck mentality if no one's ever...
Say Billy's like Tyson. Billy runs super
they're going to say
fast.
Billy's like Tyson. He's just dumb as a doornail.
Oh, that too.
Well, Billy only got every
I was
question
literally
wrong.
the best kid in...
No, that was Jimmy.
I was the
I'm
best...
doing Billy.
All right, Billy, go.
So Billy runs super fast during PE like Tyson. And Jimmy, he's all moping and depressed.
Says that Billy is using hacks.
Even though the teacher told him that he did great on the test. But this is a little while before that, so that didn't happen yet. Obviously, he had already had fake self-esteem, but it wasn't working. So the teacher walks up to Jimmy, and she says, it's a different teacher because the other teacher gives him fake self-esteem. This one doesn't. So she's like, hey, Jimmy, why don't you look at Billy? Go run with Billy over there. And say Jimmy and Billy are friends, or maybe they're not, but
Oh, they're not anymore. Now Billy's gonna hate Jimmy. Like, screw that kid.
no. So then the other teacher number 2, who doesn't give them fake self-esteem, she's like, hey Jimmy, why don't you go run with Billy? He can teach you a thing or two about like running, or how to do it faster.
Okay.
Tyson, let me ask you this. Say you ran every time, hard, pushing yourself, running full speed every day, the entire time.
Yeah.
Let's say little Billy, who never ran, or would walk do the 30 seconds of thunder and then enter Quitville and just walk the rest of the way. But then one day he decided he's going to sort of jog, skip, trot most of the way, and you're done. Who do you think is more likely to get a high five from the teacher?
Him.
That is sad. That is just sad.
Definitely.
That is so you're rewarded for doing the bare minimum. You're basically rewarded more for doing the bare minimum than for going above and beyond.
But then
for the most part.
then there's another problem. Say you have like say you run super hard every morning, and then the one day you have like such a high morale, and that one day when you have an injury in your knee or your leg is broken and you're walking, you'll get talked down for that.
You get criticized.
And then other people...
And then they'll say they beat you.
And then another thing is, too...
How many times did you show up sore as hell, or like with a twisted ankle or just a swollen knee, and then you were going to like, all right, I'm just going to take it easy, and then some kid was like...
Trot.
And then some kid is like,
Yeah,
I beat you, or I'm beating you. And then what happens when they started beating you?
I just had to push harder and beat them.
And just ran anyway.
After the 24-hour... not after the 24-hour PFT. After some sort of 24-hour challenge, I remember we were running the next day, and I was like barely trotting, barely counting it as a run, and some kid was like said, "Ha, I'm beating you." I got so mad, and I smoked that kid.
So someone that you beat every day, and the one time that he's just probably barely ahead of you, saying, "Ha." How many times when you were ahead of him the other 364 days of the year did you say, "Ha, I'm beating you"? How many times did you say
Never.
that? Exactly.
Like that,
crazy.
like
It's
that
just
time
the whole
in,
world, just their mentality is just whacked. It's
like that
freaking
time
whacked.
remember that time in Never Finished from David Goggins, how when he was running Leadville, when he was running Leadville, that guy was like, "My kid told me to beat David Goggins today," and like the last hill left, he smoked him.
When he was like
at the
injured,
end.
he was injured too, like almost ready to stop himself because of injuries or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I looked it up, by the way. 18 years old you have to be to officially sign up for Leadville. Because we wanted to do it this year or the next year.
To sign up for what?
Isaiah wanted to do it too.
To sign up for
So I
what?
guess
Unless that's different. Maybe the website looked at.
called?
It's like a 100-mile race up in the mountains in
Leadville.
Colorado.
Leadville?
It's the town that it starts in, I guess. I don't know. All right, so Midge, what's another reason why kids should do hard stuff?
So another reason is because it creates not only like physical but also mental toughness.
Why is that important?
Because then if something hard happens, so say you're already doing hard things on a daily, regular basis, and something even harder comes up, that's not going to be as hard as it would be if you were a couch potato.
Wow, you have some good knowledge on this topic. What do you think about... Never mind. I don't know how to word it. Knowing this stuff, like you know it, and then doing it. Like, that's pretty hard. Like, knowing is one thing. Going out there and doing it every day is hard, right? So the consistency and discipline can be hard for kids, right?
Also makes you disciplined.
But to do that is just to be disciplined as a kid and be consistent as a kid is pretty hard, right?
You say yes, not while chewing your fingers. Don't do that.
Me, kid. So Tyson, what's some reasons that you think doing hard stuff? Tyson, what's some things that you think doing hard stuff is important? It's important for kids, specifically kids, to do hard stuff.
It gives yourself like a different type of energy and a sense of like accomplishment and courage. Like after the 24-hour PFT, the next day we went to the gym, and I realized I'm like walking around like I'm like confident, courageous, but then I realized everyone around me doesn't know a thing that I did.
But and it doesn't even matter. You still
know.
create your own confidence
You create your own crowd.
and you create your own just.
Did you just say you have imaginary friends?
No.
So what are so you create what would you say confidence? What else? What else does that do for you? Midge said mental toughness.
It can also prepare you for emergencies, too.
Like EMPs.
Jeez.
What?
EMPs? That's what you're training for, Midge? EMPs?
Or the zombie apocalypse.
All right, what's a more, and this is, I mean, it's true, but what's a more,
Car breaks down.
like a more realistic type thing that you this
Like-
is preparing for?
A few times we were driving somewhere. I don't remember. I remember one time we were driving to jiu-jitsu and we talked about it. Like, we were 15 or 20 miles away from home. And I was like, we were like talking about like something. And then I said, what if the car broke down right now? Like, we'd gather everything we need, pack up a 20, 30-pound pack, and just walk back home. It'd be a joke.
And there was that one movie there where they had like 9 miles or 11 miles, the guy and his son, and the car broke down. And immediately the guy was like this nervous wreck, like, what are we going to do? Now we're going to have to find
movie
somewhere.
was that in?
I don't remember. One of those dumb, like a stupid, one of those,
Free YouTube movies?
yeah, something like that. Is like, we're going to have to find somewhere to spend the night. Like it was like 9 or 11 miles or 12, not far at all. And it wasn't even,
But it, like
but it's getting dark, going to get dark soon or something they'll say. But because they,
I hate
In The
that. I hate
Walking-
that.
imagine that the father's
In The
like
Walking
that.
Dead, it'd be like 12 p.m. and they'd be saying, "Oh, it's getting dark soon."
It's going to get dark soon. We better find somewhere for the night.
And then it cuts to the scene like it's midnight.
So what are some other regular scenarios where doing hard stuff purposely will help you in what types of scenarios in real
I
life?
actually have a story. So we were like doing hard things. It, like I said, it gives you mental toughness and physical toughness. It like prepares you for even harder things. So I actually have a story. So we were moving and we were doing all of the hard things that you need to do when you're moving, like driving back and forth from the houses, bringing all of your belongings and stuff, packing your stuff too, driving to see houses if you haven't chosen one, all of that. Then all we did was literally move down the street. We did all of that hard stuff just to move down the street. We were forced to do so much hard work for practically nothing.
Still have to move to a new house. So either way, it's a new house.
I don't know if Midge was born yet, but we actually moved down the street twice. You and Mommy did.
She was
me.
just born when we did the first one. That one was not. That one wasn't even down the street. That was literally across the street. Like I could take a piss from standing at the one house and hit the next house with my piss. That's how close it was. Yeah.
How many times have we moved? 6 times?
More. I don't even.
I've moved like 6 times in like the last.
I don't know,
in
but
my
I'm gonna die.
entire life.
I'm gonna die in this house here. I'll tell you that.
Let's
Hopefully
hope.
not today, but I'm gonna die in this house.
We've been in 6 houses.
Oh my gosh.
Or 7.
So one reason I think it's important for kids to have to do hard stuff, specifically kids, is most people that I know that are successful as adults had hard lives, had shitty lives when they were kids. So
Oh yeah.
so if like myself and just most people I know that are successful had a hard life, a shitty life, they were poor, whatever it is, abused, whatever you want to call it. They had a shitty life when they were a kid and they became an adult and they used that, the small percentage that use that as like, turn that into
Leverage.
a superpower instead of like a weakness, turned in and became successful. So now when those people have kids, are those people's kids going to have an easy life or a hard life?
Easy.
Pretty easy life. So now those kids,
Are gonna be spoiled brats.
and they're not going to
And
have,
then they're gonna give their kids a bad life.
so they're not going to have the same strengths that their parents got, because their parents had got their strength and their discipline and their toughness from having a shitty childhood, but they don't want to give their kids a shitty childhood, so they're giving the kids a good life because now they're successful, making money, living in nice neighborhoods, whatever else. So what should they do? What should those parents do?
They should give their kids a good life, but make
not
it
give
challenging at the same
And
time.
not give them anything that they want, like demanding children. Not everything that they want.
Kid, what do you...
Don't you remember in the car today? Turn on the AC, turn on the AC, turn on the AC, turn on the
Exactly.
AC, turn
I'm
on
driving,
the AC.
trying to get my sunglasses on and get my drink and while I'm driving a car, and it's like,
Turn on the AC.
turn on the AC. I'm like, all right, 1 second. I'm getting myself. Turn on the AC. Turn on the AC. I'm really hot. Turn on the AC. Holy crap.
God.
Jeez.
How many times did we say turn on the AC? Comment down below and see
I
how
mean,
many
it was about
times.
100 degrees, but I like that heat. After the sauna, and I go in the car and just keep dripping sweat. Hell yeah. But so, yeah, wait. So what'd you say? So what should the parent do then? What should the parent do? The parent had a shitty life. They're abused. They were poor. They were hungry. They were starving, miserable, lonely, depressing childhood. They use that as a weapon to become tough and successful, and they create a good life for themselves, and they have kids, and they have a great life. What should that parent do so that they don't rob their kid of that same type of strength and resilience
Make
building?
them work out.
That's
a way.
That's the foundation right there.
Working out, exercise, not just there's like a different
hard hikes.
There's a difference between exercise and workouts.
And
Like people,
training.
Training is like a level above working out.
It's preparing for life, like what we're talking about. And make them work out. Like it's like work out.
Encourage, work out with them.
And work out together, train together, do hard stuff together, go on hard hikes, do 24-hour challenge that we just did. Think about this. We just did 24-hour weightlifting challenge. Just let's go back into the fantasy world. Not the fantasy world nowadays. Who knows? Like it's the end of the world. It's the apocalypse. Like, and we were talking about self-esteem, and you're talking about confidence, and talking about emergencies, and talking about if you needed to, imagine this, that we had to, around our entire property, we had to fill up sandbags and pile them 4 feet high around the entire property. That would probably take us.
You could do that.
That would probably take us about 24 hours to do nonstop work. We know now.
Definitely do that.
We are capable of working straight through with a little bit of food, just some water,
No sleep.
0 sleep, and still be able to perform at a high level, an exerting level.
I had to drink lots of water.
I know, but as long as we have our water. And
a
it was
PB&J
in the heat.
sandwich.
It was 100 degrees throughout the sunny hours of the day, and then straight through the night. Imagine, like, worst case scenario, if we had to do that and pack it around a full over acre property that we have, and then set up the barbed wire all around and set up all this stuff, and then be ready to fight after that or during that, like knowing that, oh, I could do that. Another day at the office. I've done it before. Like, that's basically what we've training for.
We've actually done it twice.
So think, if we're training for that, that's making us train for much lower level. If you're training for the worst, you're trained for pretty much then what?
Everything else.
Anything that comes your way. Whatever the universe decides to kick you in the nuts, you're prepared for it.
I actually think I have a plan for, say we were doing that sandbag thing and we got attacked during it. Don't go to the vulnerable spots that we still haven't put up the sandbags yet.
That is just absolutely brilliant.
I don't know myself.
But think that realizing we have what it takes to work as a team, to work as a family. We wouldn't need to rely on anyone else. Just our family alone. I know you didn't just you on a camera and try to hide it and knock your headphones off, but we'll pretend we didn't see all that happen. Think about that. Just our family alone would be able to do this entire property in less than 1 day, like fortify the entire place, digging the dirt, filling up the sandbags, tying them up, moving them around, then having to maybe put some on the roof and set up some positions on the roof that are fortified. Then all that, move stuff around, moving tires around, moving metal around for armor. Like, and that's the worst case. Like, you're at war. If you can know in your head you're confident and prepared for that, you are prepared for anything. This is why we do the hard shit. This is why we make you work out. We don't have to make some people work out.
Yeah.
But it's because it was helping you to be prepared to be an adult. Being an adult, do you think is just like, not that it's hard, but you have a lot more responsibility.
A lot of responsibility.
It's a lot harder than being a child.
A lot of different things coming in different directions you have to deal with emotionally and mentally and physically. And yeah, you have to make decisions. You have to be able to control that stuff. And the way to do that is, all right, if I've already been through this, oh, wow, this thing is real tough. After the hard shit I just did, this is a joke over here. And you can handle it any day of the week. You handle that shit in your sleep. So that's, to me, the main reason to have kids do it. You're preparing them for the chaos of the real world and being an adult. And especially,
so they can protect you because you're too old and you can't do it
hell
yourself.
Yeah, I'm training you to replace me. Hell yeah, you better be replacing me. That should be your plan. You're saying it like as it's a joke. Like, you better be.
But adults, like, they need to make super hard decisions. Like, that kids don't need to really make decisions about their life. Their parents do. And I'm going to make a little quick joke about this. You need to make hard decisions, like whether to choose the unicorn plushie toy over the horse plushie toy.
Just doing yourself again.
Like,
Bad. You're the doinger for today. Holy crap.
I know.
So,
It's so funny.
also, what's another thing that doing hard stuff and creating this discipline and resilience and mental
Oh,
toughness
wait, let's get a break from this and do a quick joke.
and
real
self-esteem, well, not in the middle of a sentence. Jeez.
quick. Oh, yeah, sorry. Once you're done.
What is something that gives you as a kid?
Discipline.
All right, but no, what does that discipline give you?
Credibility?
Credibility. That's the exact
Let's
word
go.
I'm looking for. Gives you credibility. When you say, can I go eat this thing even though I haven't worked out yet? Or can I go use this screen because I need to go do something even though I haven't worked out yet? When you know you don't get screens until you work out. But if I know that you're going to work out and I have no doubt about it, yeah, go do what you got to do. And then I know the workout's going to happen. That's credibility. You get it? Like doing hard stuff. Jeez. Doing hard stuff gives you that credibility as a kid. Kids need to build up credibility eventually, especially as you get a little bit older. Like you guys are now not little goo goo gaga little toddlers, although sometimes we may act like it.
What?
Yeah, I ain't saying no names because snitches end up in ditches. But it prepares you for emergencies, prepares you for bad situations, for accidents, think we're in California, there could be an earthquake. Or when we're traveling, we could be in Texas, there could be a freaking tornado. We could be in New York, there could be a hurricane or a massive snowstorm and there's poles and stuff all over the place. Like you never know. We travel a lot. We're always out in the RV. The RV could break down in the middle of bumblefuck, who knows where, in the middle of nowhere. You never know what's going to happen and you need to be... I know, damn it. I was trying to go without... Damn it.
Cut.
Yeah, sure. But beep that one out. We're trying to go no F-bombs on the BTC, but it's a little too late for that. So... also gives you accomplishment, like you said already, makes you feel accomplished. And usually, if you go into hard stuff, usually, with the right mentality, what does that hard stuff become?
Easy stuff.
Easy, but what else? Even more than that.
Less challenging.
Less challenging? Is it miserable?
No. It's
No.
fun.
It becomes fun. Like when you can learn to take miserable, hard stuff and turn it into fun, like what could stop? Like when you make it fun, what could stop you? You make it a joke almost. Like you're doing the impossible with a smile on your face and having fun doing it. Imagine when the real world happens and shit is going downhill and shit is going sideways. Everyone else is miserable and having a hard time, suffering. You're like, I got this. Smile on your face. Like, oh, this is just another day at the office. Like, that's why it's important for kids. It's preparing you for the real world. The real world is nasty, grimy, dirty. There's liars and thieves, and people are going to steal from you and cheat you. Like, it's out there. They're going to attack you. Like, that is the real world. That is the brutal real world. That's just what's out there. That's the way it is. Like, you need to be prepared for that stuff. And the more you build up that mental toughness, that resilience, that suffering, you're prepared for the nasty, real world.
Making sure there's no thieves.
So anything else to add to that?
No, we covered most of it, yeah.
Anything else to add about reasons why it's important? I know you had a bunch of them, Midge.
I have like 500.
Great. Just give me 5.
Okay, so a way I actually prepared for the moving thing was because like, so how I prepared for doing that hard thing, moving just down the street, literally. I prepared for it because our whole family did, because we drove across the country voluntarily. The whole entire country.
We did. And then moved into an empty house that we were renting when we first moved here. Empty house before any of our stuff got here. So we had to sleep on the floors for a little while.
Yeah, we didn't have
Because until the furniture got here, because it took a while to get here. Then we had to go buy some stuff just to survive for those few days. And then we do survival days where we go out into the backyard and we go live in the backyard for overnight just for the hell of it, like a camping day, just to say, all right, are we capable of surviving outside and dealing with it and figuring it out and pitching a tent and eating off of MREs and all this other stuff. Like
mountain houses.
we haven't done one. We haven't done one in this house yet. We need to do one like the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
those are fun. And those are fun. it really sounds like it sucks having to live in the backyard only with the food that's in your backpack and that's it. No stove, no whatever else. But we make it fun and we end up starting a fire. You could then cook some food on the fire or whatever else. Like you hear weird noises and animals in the middle of the night and have to go check it out. It's a little scary, a little freaky, but a little fun. Like that shit is awesome. We need to do one of those.
The walkie-talkies.
The walkie-talkies and heavily armed. So credibility, discipline, mental toughness, physically prepared, mentally prepared, emotionally prepared is what you said. Self-esteem and preparing for the real world and to make sure you're not spoiled little freaking brats.
Yeah, so.
Anything to add off to finish this off with?
And that is the real reason why kids should be doing hard things. So I want you guys to smash that subscribe button, click the like button, click the notifications bell so you never miss out on any future videos. Like, share, comment, leave a review on Spotify.
And in case no one told you yet today,
You are freaking awesome. No excuses.
So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. I'm taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. I'm taking that crown from you. I ain't worried